Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be doing another ins and outs of fish keeping video. In today's video we are going to be talking about bear bombs. What are they? Why do people do them? How are they actually super helpful? The pros and cons to them, and why I am going to be doing a bear bomb in my saltwater system that I am putting together, my display tank if you will. Without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. First off, what are bear bomb tanks? Well, it sounds exactly like it sounds. It's exactly what it sounds like. There is no substrate on the bottom of the tank. You're not going to be putting sand or gravel or anything on the bottom of the tank. Now, personally, I prefer sand in my tanks. It's more of a preference thing. I've done gravel before. I've only kept it up for maybe like 2 weeks, and then I've changed it out to do a sand bomb. I personally prefer sand bomb to a gravel, but I've never done a display bear bomb tank. I've done a quarantine bear bomb tank, and when it comes to quarantine and hospital tanks, you really do need a bear bomb aquarium. So, a quarantine or hospital tank is really just there to observe the fish, make sure they're healthy, make sure that they're eating, and then put them in the display tank. If it's a hospital tank, this is a tank where you're going to start dosing medications. And here's the thing. If you're dosing medications into a fish tank with a substrate in it, then that medication could get captured into the substrate, and even with all the carbon in the world, it will probably leach that medication back into the aquarium. And fish, just like us, when they don't need medicine, then they'll get sick from the medicine. That's not a good situation. So it is not a good idea to pour in medications into a tank with substrate, because if it gets captured in that substrate and then gets released over time, it could make your fish sick again, which isn't going to help anything. So yeah, bear bomb tanks, when it comes to quarantine and hospital tanks, are pretty much a must. Bear bomb tanks are a lot easier to clean, because wherever the fish poos or the dirt gathers, you can see it. All you gotta do is go and clean it. In a sanded substrate, even with the sand, yes, the poo and the stuff will sit on top of the surface, especially with sand, but it's still going to probably get into the little crevices of the sand, or definitely with gravel. Of course, it's easier to clean sand than it is gravel, but it's nothing compared to a bear bomb aquarium. You'll be able to just clean out like that, you know. It's not really a huge deal. And that means a bear bomb tank is technically a healthier tank, because whatever the fish poo is, you can clean it up, you can easily see it, you can get it out of the system, which is why a lot of people actually do bear bomb tanks. Some people, however, just prefer the look of the tank, you know, and that's okay too. You know, I've never done a bear bomb display tank before. This saltwater tank is going to be my first bear bomb display tank, which I'm really excited for, by the way, and it's going to be pretty darn interesting. But here's the thing about bear bomb tanks, and this isn't just in display tanks, it's definitely important in display tanks, but I say it's even more important in quarantine or hospital tanks. There is a major drawback to bear bomb aquariums that you have to know. With that said, it's easily fixed. What is that drawback? The drawback is the fact that you don't have that surface area for biological filtration. So, you know, that's the thing with our filters. We got tons of this mechanical filtration. That's great. It captures all the fish poo and uneaten food that's hopefully in the water column. But here's the thing. Unless you're replacing that constantly, which a lot of people are not. I'm personally not. That stuff is still in the system. It's still decaying, and it's still dirtying up the water. What actually saves your fish is the bacteria in the tank. And that's why, when it comes to freshwater at least, you should never pour tap water into your tank without dechlorinator, because chlorine kills bacteria, and we need that bacteria in the tank to survive, to help our fish. But bacteria also needs surfaces to live in. It's not just a free-flowing bacteria. It actually does need surfaces to live on. And the fact is, when it comes to a regular tank, 40%, just about 40%, give or take, of all the bacteria in your system is going to be in the display tank, not in the filter. It's going to be on your live rock or rock, whether that be freshwater or saltwater, mostly saltwater, but it's also going to be in your substrate, in your sand, and as long as you don't have a very deep sand bed causing a lot of other bacteria to cause problems, then the nitrifying bacteria, the bacteria that you want in your tank, will have a surface area to survive on. For me personally, I always double up my filtration on any tank, meaning that if it's a 10-gallon tank, I put 20 gallons worth of filter floss in there, mechanical filtration. But I also put 20 gallons of biological filtration in there as well, because the thing is that people don't really realize is, yes, there's only a certain amount of bacteria that can be in your tank, because it matters on how much fish you have and how much food you're giving them, but it also matters on that waste that the fish is producing, right? If the fish is producing a lot of waste, and here's the thing, not all fish produce the same waste. There's tons of different species of fish. Every single species produces a certain amount of waste. If you don't have a place for bacteria to expand upon and grow upon in your tank, then all you're doing is polluting the water, and you're probably going to kill your fish. That's why I always put at least double the amount of biological filtration in my aquarium, and then I watch for the mechanical filtration, just to be safe, because a lot of people, including myself, it's a fact of life, we like to see fish in the tank, and by seeing fish, we accidentally overstock them. I mean, my 9-gallon tank, I have about 20-30 gallons worth of filtration in that tank, and it stops with 10 fish. Yeah, it's a 9-gallon aquarium, and I have 10 fish in there. Luckily, I have 30 gallons of filtration in that tank, plus substrate to hopefully deal with all the filtration in that tank. And that's not even including the snails, and that's just my 9-gallon. Looks fantastic, by the way. I'll show you a little video here of it. Same thing with the shell dweller tank, my 30-gallon shell dweller tank. I think I have about 60 to 75 gallons worth of filtration, plus the sand in my tank. But here I am doing the saltwater tank, and it's bare bottom. That means the area that I would use for the biological filtration is gone. So, when it comes to bare bottom tanks, especially with hospital and quarantine tanks, the biggest fix to them, the biggest drawback, is the fact they don't have surface for bacteria. The biggest fix to it is to put more biological filtration in the aquarium. Ceramic media, then bioballs, because I think ceramic media it's just a preference thing. Ceramic media most of the time has a lot more surface area than those plastic bioballs. But I mean, if you're setting up a hospital tank or a quarantine tank, and you just need it for a short time, then keep some extra filtration in your aquarium. Pull that out, put it into the new tank, and that will of course help with the cycle of the system. But then add just a little extra biological filtration, maybe a little pack of bio rings. I mean, for God's sakes, bio rings cost like literally like $3 on Amazon. You know, go buy yourself a little bag of bio rings or bio ceramic Mia is a lot cheaper than bio balls as well. Go buy yourself a little pack of ceramic Mia, like bio rings, and stick it in your quarantine tank, stick it in your hospital tank, and you actually might have a really good chance of keeping the water clean, which is what you need to keep the fish healthy. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to sick fish or quarantining fish. Water changes, keeping the water clean, bacteria in the water, biological filtration on that media. The cleaner you can get that water, the healthier the fish can be. And truth be told, for the most part, yes, medication does help, but for the most part, as long as you keep your water clean, you shouldn't have very many problems with helping a sick fish survive, you know? And that's just interesting. It's all about clean water, and even though you are technically keeping the aquarium cleaner by not having a bottom, a substrate in the tank, you're technically also making it dirtier because you don't have the bacteria in the tank. The easiest fix is just to go find some ceramic media. Personally, I say always have twice the filtration you need in a regular tank. If you're going bare bottom, I would have 3 times the amount. And indeed, in my new saltwater aquarium, that is what I am going to be doing. I bought this big 8x8 Marine Pure plate. It's like 1 inch, it's a bio block, it's 1 inch, 8x8. Obviously I can't fit it in the little filtration compartment of my aquarium, so I'm going to have to break it into pieces to fit in. But one of those plates are able to do about 100 gallons. In my way, I would say that should be good for a 50-gallon tank, and if you're going bare bottom, then no more than 33 gallons, you know, a third of that, 3 times that filtration. So I'm going to be sticking that in my aquarium, plus I'll have rock in my tank, plus I'll have whatever filtration comes with the tank itself, and that should counteract the fact that I don't have substrate in the aquarium, is that Marine Pure bio block that I'm going to be putting in there. So that is this video, and that's the thing. When you see bare bottom tanks in the beginning and they're always cloudy, it seems, it's because they're going through a biological bacteria cloud, trying to find a space to live in to protect your fish. If you just add more biological filtration, bio rings, bio balls, whatever, and have space for that bacteria to grow in, you shouldn't have that cloud. So that's what this whole video was about. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that you guys try a bare bottom aquarium. I've never done a bare bottom display tank before. This saltwater aquarium will be my first, so I'm excited. I've done bare bottom quarantine tanks, of course, but never bare bottom display tank. So I'm really interested in that. What a lot of people also like to do, if you don't just like seeing the bottom of the glass, you know, grow some algae on there. Everyone says algae is so bad, but if you do it the right way, it can grow naturally and it can look kind of cool. I hope to grow, since it's a saltwater tank, I hope to grow coralline algae on the bottom of the glass. I like that look, so I'm interested in trying that out. Yeah, I'm going bare bottom in my saltwater tank, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.